Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the SmithSquad Podcast. This is number 14, and it's just me again. Just me. I'm a loser. I don't have any friends. I was just kind of lazy, and I didn't really try to get anyone on this week. I thought of a couple people, and I decided I was just going to do another solo podcast. I don't know what it was. I guess last podcast, there were some things I wanted to address, and I kind of forgot to address them, and I got into drugs. Like, that was all I talked about that whole last podcast. But I wanted to talk about just some YouTube stuff on my channel. I wanted to briefly mention some stuff on my channel, and I just have a lot of stuff to randomly talk about, as always. So I thought I would do another solo podcast. As always, if there's anyone you want to see on the podcast, just tweet me at TheSmithPlays. There'll be a link down in the description. You can also follow me. But just tweet me saying, like, hey, I think you should have this guy on the podcast or whatever. And, I'll see if they think they're a cool person. And a lot of people wanted me to get, like, really big YouTubers. And just keep in mind, like, if they have over 250,000 subscribers, it's probably unlikely, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. If you want to get someone on, just tweet at me and mention them or at mention them in the tweet, and we'll see what we can do. But anyways, so episode 14 coming up here, getting pretty good, up far into the episodes. I'm pretty amazed I've made it this far, to be personally honest. I like podcasts. I think it's good. It's like, I want to get more people on here, and I don't have a big enough grasp that I can get really big people and all the people that I want on here. So I kind of like what I've been doing lately. I really do. It's just kind of this half and half. So kind of what I've been doing is one week I'll do a solo, the next week I'll get someone on. And this is the first week I haven't done that actually. But for the most part, I try to do one solo and then the next one have a guest and all that stuff. So let me know who you guys want. A lot of people want to see Two Pro Few Games or Adam back on, which I'll definitely have him back on again because he's just a great guy to talk to and all that stuff. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about today is kind of a weird subject, and it's all about starting a Patreon. So Painkiller already, a really big podcast, they started a Patreon. And basically what Patreon is you get donators to donate money to your cause. So for example, theirs is their podcast. And with that money, you support them and they can also get new things. And I started looking into this, and I mean, they're getting $4,000 or $5,000 a month from this, which is pretty awesome. And I started looking into it, and I kind of was like, well, I could probably work something out where I did this. And I oh my God, I'm burpy. I shouldn't be doing this after I ate, but whatever. I started looking in to see if maybe that was something that might be worth it, because I am not the most. I'm 18 years old, so obviously I'm not like some rich person. So I was like, you know what? I can use it a little extra money. See, if people want to donate, whatever. So I went to it, and I even got all my things set up. I was looking at okay, if someone donates $25, I'll play a game of zombies with them and two other donors or something like that. If they donate $50, I'll play any game they want that I have with them. If they donate $100, I'll give them a shout out in a video or something, or I'll put whatever. And I started kind of doing that, looking at that, and I'm interested in still doing it. There were smaller things like $5. You get to see what videos coming out that day early, or you get to see what series are coming out soon and stuff like that. And I started looking into it, and I'm not sure if I really want to do it because there's just something about it that I feel weird about. I've taken donations before for Die Rise. People bought Die Rise for me, and although I've taken donations before, I don't know if I'd want to keep doing that because Patreon's a monthly thing. So I'm gonna donate $5 a month, and it always just takes it off your credit card or whatever. And like I said, I don't know if I would want to do that. I feel like it's taking donations just feels really weird, and I'm not really about that. But at the same time, it's if there's a lot of people that were interested in that, would you want to pay $25 to help support the podcast, but also the whole channel. And in turn, you get to play a game of zombies with me. I don't know if that would be something any of you are interested in. I could even bring it up right now, bring up my Patreon, and I'll list off all the things that I have. Because I got it all set up, but I didn't really, I really just did not go through it at all. So, pledged $1 a month, special updates and information. So you know what videos are coming out on my channel in advance, early access to when I will live stream, and other secret information regarding my channel. So that was $1. Pledge $5, I'll put you on my friends list on PS3 or Xbox 360. Pledge $10, you get to ask questions to put on this podcast. $25, we can play a game of zombies together and with 2 other donors. $50, one-on-one game we play together. $100, you get a shout out in a video, so I can shout out your channel, stuff like that. So that's what it is. It's all set up, everything, and all that good stuff. And I'm interested in doing it, but I want to know what you guys think. And I think that this is a good medium for me to kind of put this out there for you guys, because the people watching this are probably my closer fans, my more diehard fans that just my personality and what I have to say and that kind of stuff, and have been with me for a while. And if you are watching this, you're awesome. And I kind of wanted to go over it with you guys. Would you be interested in that? Because I don't want to put it out there, and I tried to make it as good as possible. I can't make donate $1 and I'll play zombies with you, because then I'd have a whole bunch of people donate $1, and then it'd be really hard to play zombies with that many people. But I was $25, it's not that much. And if you're a really big fan of me, 2 years ago when I was really into the one YouTuber, I would have definitely paid $25 to play a game of Call of Duty with him or whatever. So, I would I just want to know what your guys' thoughts are. So again, $1 for just information on my channel, $5 you're on my friends list, not guaranteed to play, but you definitely you'd have access to getting to my live streams quicker, for open lobbies and stuff like that. And, if I'm looking for someone to play with, you have a much better chance and stuff like that. So, and then obviously $10, you can ask questions to the podcast, $25 zombies. So I don't know if you're interested in that. Just let me know. We also have milestones, which is the first one was if I get $50, if I'm taking in $50 per month from donors, I do a 12-hour live stream with just all zombies and what other content the patrons would want to see. Now, and here's the one that I'm really, really interested in is, I said if I get $200, I guess, I'd get a face cam. So finally have a face cam for my videos. I don't know. I think that's something that a lot of people want to see, and it will be interesting. And I said if I get $500, I would get a next-gen console. So I think that would be pretty cool as well. You guys obviously, I'm sure there's some people out there that would like to see me play next-gen games. So that's what it is, guys. I guess if you want, just let me know down in the comment section. If I do get some positive feedback from that, people saying, yes, I would do this, I would donate to you, that'd be cool. I don't know how it would work eventually, because once I go to university, I'm not sure how busy I was going to be, but I thought just if I did it in the month of August to see how it would work out, I thought that would be kind of a good time to try it. So that's Patreon. If you're interested, just comment down below or tweet at me yes, I think you should do this. I'd donate to you, help you out. And most of the money, like I said, will go to obviously helping the channel. Not all of it. I'll be straight up honest. I do, obviously, if you just want to support me, but, I'm a human. I have life expenses and that stuff. And this is my job right now. But a lot of it would go to helping the channel. So with that out of the way, I got a couple things I want to talk about today. Well, obviously that was one thing we already want to talk about. I guess the first thing I'll talk about is exercise, I guess. So I've been kind of into exercise for quite some time now. Probably, I don't even know. I guess since grade 10. So that's almost, I guess it is 3 years ago, because I started my grade 9 summer going into grade 10. So in between grade 9 and 10. And I'm in between grade 12 and university right now. So 3 years ago, I started going to the gym, getting bigger for football, getting stronger, all that stuff. And I gained 45 pounds in 2 years, which to anyone who it knows anything about working out, that's pretty impressive. some of it, I will say, I grew an inch. I grew an inch from that time from grade, or yeah. I was like an inch and a half maybe, because I was above 6 foot and now I'm like 6'2". So I did grow a little bit. So I don't know, maybe that's like some pounds, maybe 10 pounds, whatever. But that wasn't all of it, right? I gained a lot of muscle, and I worked really, really hard. And once football ended, and I will give advice to those people out there that like, if you are someone who plays sports and you work out in the off season to get better, you're definitely not going to be as motivated. I always had such motivation because I had the pressure. It was like, okay, I have to gain weight so I can be bigger, so I can hit kids and I can, just not get injured or anything like that. And without that sort of pressure to keep me working out, I kind of lost it a little bit. And oh God, I'm sorry. My throat, allergies. It's awful. Let me take a drink. So I didn't stop working out, okay? Once my football season ended, I continued to work out, but my workouts got a lot sloppier. I really wasn't as dedicated, as motivated to work out, and I really just, I don't know, I would say I lost motivation. I guess I lost drive, right? So I still wanted to exercise, but there wasn't that fire inside me to do the best as I can. And I was like, basically for those 2 years, I was eating tons, especially my last year when I was going into grade 12. I was like drinking 2 liters of whole milk a day, eating everything in sight, just trying to gain weight. And gaining weight's really hard when you're like someone with a fast metabolism. And I know like I have a fast metabolism, so obviously it was hard for me. And I found that once I was done that, I had no desire to eat anymore. Once I was done football, I just stopped eating because like I had a fast metabolism. I was like, if I want to keep this weight up, I have to eat so much. It's not even worth it. So I slowly started dropping down. So I went into grade 10 at like 150 pounds. I came out of grade 12, like football season. So like last November 2013 at about 185. So, or no, I should say I went into my grade 10 football year at 150, and then 2 years later, I went into my grade 12 football season at 195. So I gained 45 pounds, but then at the end of football, I was 185, and then from there, I continued to just lose weight because I didn't really care about eating. And I went all the way down to like 176, 175, which for someone who is like 6'2", yeah, that is quite skinny. So I then kind of got into like, just sort of like, I guess cutting, just losing weight, right? Like trying to shed fat. And I got down to a pretty low body percent fat. I think I was down to 11%. Not quite a 6-pack, but like it was there pretty much. Had I done a lot more, see, my problem was I didn't like doing core or anything, and I wasn't going for that. So there was like not really much muscle down there. But had I like gone really hard, there probably, because it was just almost poking out. So had I actually done a lot of core work and had really like strong muscly abs, you would have been able to see them. I mean, I wasn't like a bodybuilder shape cut, but I was pretty lean, and I'm still down there, like, because I just stopped trying to cut like a month ago. But when I was doing that, like, you can't really build muscle when you're it's impossible to, well, really, it is quite or not, I shouldn't say impossible, nothing's impossible, but it's quite difficult to build muscle while you are taking in less calories than your body needs, because your body doesn't have the energy to make more muscle. So I finally got off that whole cutting thing. I was like, you know what, I'm done with 6-pack. We tried, and my goal was to have one by the summer. And like I said, I got pretty close, and I was like, all right, I'm happy. I think I did pretty good. I really ate really well for 2 months, and all that stuff. And I just said, all right, I think I'm done with this. I'm just going to enjoy food. And, I'm not like eating super bad. Well, the other day, actually, I should mention, me and my girlfriend, we had like this super cheat day where we just got everything. We got like a box of Oreos, we got Skittles, M&Ms, pizza, popcorn. I had like an energy drink that there's one type of energy drink. It's Red Monster Assault. That's the only energy drink I like. I had one of those. She got like a slushie. We just went in on food, and that's like I'll occasionally eat unhealthy, but I still eat pretty healthy. And I I don't know what the point of that is, but basically I'm kind of back to like not like losing weight, and I'm back into the gym finally. I finally found my swing. I don't know if you guys know what P90X is, but I happen to have it's like a burnt, like illegal copy that my brothers got me a long time ago. And like I have all the papers with it and everything. And I was looking at like all the schedules, and I was like, oh yeah, so it's like day 1, chest and back, and day 2, like this crazy like jumping around plyometric training. And then the next day is like shoulders and arms, and the next day is yoga, and then I think it's legs and back. And so this really, really cool workout. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try the yoga because I'm really into yoga. So I was like, I'm going to try this. And then I really liked it. I was like, okay, cool. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll try to fit this workout plan into my own workout. So I'm not doing the whole discs, but I was like, all right, well, I'll just follow the schedule. So Monday, what I did, I went and I did I did chest and back. Or no. I did back and legs. I did back and legs that day. So I was like, all right, well, this will be the Friday, but whatever. Because I'm not too concerned about the days I'm doing it. I just want to do those exercises. So like, all right, legs and back. And then the next day I did like these plyometric things, which is like jumping around. Holy good God, I almost had a heart attack. My heart rate was almost at 200, which is pretty crazy. And it's just really awesome because I'm finally starting to find a new groove to get into for my workouts. Today I did a chest, arms, and biceps. So I'm not really following P90X because basically how I should explain this better. So how P90X works is this is the very, very original one that is like, I personally think is the best. I've seen P90X2, I've seen P90X3. P90X3 seems okay. P90X2 seems like a lot of freaking CrossFit stupid ass shit that's going to hurt yourself. I'm sorry, I swore. I'm trying not to swear as much. But anyways, P90X1, and I'm sure there's so many people out there that don't care about exercise, but I don't know. When I listen to podcasts, I can listen if I can listen to anything. So hopefully you guys are like that, and you'll just like, all right, well, I'll just listen to Patrick talk about whatever. That's what I hope is the case. If it is the case, comment down below that you just listen and whatever I say is whatever I say. Because if so, you're a very cool person. So P90X is it's like days 1, 3, and 5 is resistance training. So it's like with the weights. And then 2, 4, and 6 is more like cardio-ish yoga stuff. So my 1, 3, and 5, I go to the gym and I just do that. I'm just doing that and I'm not really following it. And then my 2, 4, and 6, that's what I'm doing with P90X. So I'm following the yoga. And I may not do the P90X yoga every time, or I'll just go to like a yoga class or whatever. And then I'm doing this plyometrics thing. And then the other one that there is, it's called Kempo, and it's like punching and kicking, and it's just the stupidest thing I've ever done in my life. And I'm trying so hard, and I'm following the form, and I'm punching and kicking, and I'm not sweating, I'm not tired, it's not fun, it's just stupid. So I don't like that. So that day I usually just cut right out, and I only work out 5 days out of 7. And sometimes I'll just go for a bike ride or a run or something. But basically, it's so good to find a groove. Because if you're someone who doesn't work out, or maybe used to work out and you lost it, it's really hard to find that groove. And I hadn't found it in a while. I'd really been kind of skimping on the gym. Like I'd exercise like maybe 3 or 4 or 7 days of the week, and I just wasn't really there. I was going because people were telling me to go, but my workouts weren't that great. And I'm kind of trying to finally getting back into the groove, which is great because I'm going off to college in like 6 weeks. So that's going to be good to have that sort of like, if I can get in really good shape before I go to college, then I won't eat like pizza every day and drink beer every single day. And then hopefully I'll still have some of that discipline. So I don't want to like just totally destroy my body. And then it'll be good. I think if I can get in good shape once I go to university, probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to gain a freshman 15 is my goal. But the freshman 15 is you gain 15 pounds of fat because you eat really bad every day and you drink like 2 or 3 times a week. But I'm not going to gain that kind of freshman 15. No, I want to gain 15 pounds of muscle. I'm sitting around at 180 right now. If I could get up to 195 by like April, I guess, April-ish, and maybe like that's like 10 pounds of muscle, 5 pounds of fat, that would be sick. And then I'll do exactly what I did this year. I'll start cutting. I'll lose some muscle as I cut, but I'll also lose a lot of fat, get lean again for the summer. Maybe I'll get closer to that 6-pack. That'd be great. If I get down to maybe 8% body fat next time. And this time, as I do more bulking, I'm going to really, really stick to the gym, be good with it, and try to do my best. Cause like, I don't know. It's, I'm all about self-improvement. I'm all about making myself better, and one of the first the first ways you gotta do it is by working out. And kind of the way I was like when I was out of my groove is like I still need to exercise, because I was like, look, I get my body I'm still pretty much a monkey with a more advanced brain, so I gotta exercise my body, because if I don't, my body's not going to be happy, and I'm literally not going to be happy. So I still exercise, but I didn't do it with an intensity because I didn't have a goal. But now I'm kind of setting a goal for myself. Like right now, I kind of want to get back to like my normal, well, not normal strength, but like my lifting strength, which I'm pretty much there. And then once this fall rolls around, I think I'm really going to try to not eat super unhealthy when I'm bulking. So that's what they call it, bulking. It's basically just taking in an excess amount of calories in the hopes that you'll have more energy to build muscle. So you'll make more muscle, basically. And I would like to do like a bulk, but not super like you can do like a dirty bulk, a clean bulk, and a normal bulk. A dirty bulk is you eat whatever you want. So you're eating, not Oreos, but like fried chicken and hamburgers and fries and all that stuff. You're not eating donuts, okay? But you're not eating friggin' donuts and Skittles. But you're eating some real greasy burgers and pizza, like greasy pizza, epic mealtime style. And then you can do a normal bulk, which is like you're taking in extra calories. Here and there you get a little unhealthy foods, like, you'll get some fried chicken from KFC once in a while. You'll get your junior chicken. But for the most part, you're trying to stick to a little healthier food. So try to stick on it, still eat some fruits and stuff. And, like just eat a lot, okay? But it's not like you're really concerned about the quality as long as you generally eat good and then occasionally you just pop in some bad ones there for extra calories. That's kind of how I look at a normal bulk. And then clean bulk is like you're eating fish, chicken, like green noodles, eggs, and that's like it. And you're just super, super clean, nothing bad for you, fruits, veggies, all that stuff, and you're just nothing bad. And I'm definitely not going to do that because that just doesn't sound fun and I'll go crazy. But I'm probably going to go like just the normal bulk, I'll kind of eat whatever I want, but stay relatively clean. And I think that's a good plan. I think that's a good plan for my university. If there's anyone out there who's been to university and they got fat, let me know what not to do, because I'm pretty good. Like, I've got it sorted out. Like, some people are like, I'm going to drink like 3 nights a week, every night there. And it's going to be so much fun. And I'm not really about that. Like, obviously I'm going to want to have fun and stuff, but I don't want to do that every weekend. Like, maybe, I'll probably drink once a week, every weekend, and then sometimes twice. But for the most part, like, I like drinking. I like having a fun time, but I don't like doing it all the time. And that's my thing. I've talked about this before, but the way I am is like, I can drink, I can get a hangover, but there's a physical hangover that'll hurt like till like whatever, like 1 o'clock in the afternoon if it's bad. But then there's like a mental thing with me, and I just get sad and depressed. I don't like it, so that's why I tend not to drink too much. But it's fun, it's a good time. But basically, I think everyone says that when you go to university, you get fat because of the alcohol. I think that is part of it, but I think the most part is you can eat whatever you want. So you can eat pizza every day. Like, they told us, like, look, you could eat pizza every day when you come here, but don't, because you'll get fat and you don't want to be fat. I was like, yeah, that's how I would tell someone. It's like, all right, go ahead, eat that pizza, but you'll get fat. That's just what it is, and you just got to accept that. How are we doing for time here? We are 24 minutes in. Oh my goodness, I am so sweaty, you guys. This is disgusting. I'm going to take my shirt off real quick. 1 second. it feels so much better. Okay. Wait, why do I have earphones on? Wow. One sec. I'm really stupid. I am one stupid idiot. I'm wearing headphones right now. And I just realized how stupid I am, and I put them back on as I'm recording this podcast. So think about this. I'm talking to you guys through XSplit, which is a program that records my voice. There's no sort of feedback coming back into my ears. Like, XSplit doesn't do that. So why do I have headphones on? I think it's just to feel more professional. I really think that has to be what it is I just don't want to... I just don't want to be lame, and I have to wear my headphones whenever I make YouTube stuff. Like, I'll be... Like, today, for example, I was recording gameplay for my top 5, which I want to get into. And I could have just played with the speakers on my TV and listened to it, but instead I had to play it through my program that records the gameplay and then into my headphones, which is like 5 seconds delay. So everything I hear is delayed, but I wanted to play with my headphones because I feel more professional. I don't understand. I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. I don't get why. I don't understand why I'm doing it. I'm just a silly human being, but we're all silly, aren't we? So top 5s. I'm kind of getting to that. Only one's gone up so far. There's another one going up tomorrow if you're watching this Friday. It's a top 5 wonder weapons, if you're wondering. If you donate $1 on Patreon, you would get that one. You already know that. Anyways, God, my throat is so itchy right now. Anyways, so I uploaded a top 5, and Mr. T Lexify has somehow struck oil through top 5s. I don't know if you saw, but he uploaded a video. It was like top 5 zombie bosses, and it's at like 750,000 views. It's ridiculous. I don't understand how he did it, but obviously he's very fortunate. And I went to him. I was like, dude, how the hell are you doing this? I don't understand. And he gave me some other information about YouTube that you guys probably don't care about. But one of the things he said is like, people really like top 5s. And I was like, really? Okay, well, would you be cool if I tried that? He's like, yeah, man, go for it. You know, you helped me out at the start of my channel. So, you know, I'm happy to give you some information about stuff to help you out. So I went ahead, I started doing top 5, uploaded that top 5 worst maps. And I got to say, like ratio is the best I've ever had on my channel. Best like ratio I've ever had on my channel. 8,000 views to 687 likes. That's almost that's like every 1 in 11 people. That's less than that. That's like every 1 in 10.5 people liked it or something crazy like that. Like, you guys were ridiculously supportive on that video. And I put a lot of time into it. I will say that video probably took like 4 or 5 hours. But it's so satisfying just to see all the likes, all the feedback, like 240 comments. That was great to see. So I'm definitely going to be getting into the top 5s. It's kind of helping my channel out for views and stuff. But more importantly, it's just so encouraging from you guys. And even like this whole week, I've been really trying to make good content for you guys. Like I said, it's all about that self-improvement. And I really enjoy doing these sort of like playthroughs. Like, I have the race to round 30 that I did, and then explosives only, all that stuff. But this week, I was like, you know, I'm just going to make videos every day because I had this whole week off. So I was like, I'm just going to make a video every day. So I had like my Diarize, Trample Steam Fail, Mob of the Dead little video. And then today I worked on one, which was a buried video. And that's got a lot of great support too. And it's really, really encouraging to see your, your sort of hard work paying off. Because I don't want to say I wasn't trying, but I wasn't doing my best on YouTube for the last little bit because I had been busy with stuff. Not to use excuses, but I just kind of had. It wasn't like on the back burner, but I was graduating and stuff, and I was like, okay, well, I gotta get this. I gotta deal with my real life, and I kind of came back to it this week. Starting Sunday with the. With the top 5 worst maps of all time, and that just really, really gave me a lot of encouragement. And even like the SmithSquad Podcast, the last one, that's at 932 views, and that's like really good. I really like. just really, really encouraged by you guys lately. You guys have been awesome. So like just example, like the one with Eddie got like 650. The one before that got like 500. The one before that got 1,000, but there was a giveaway on that, so that kind of thing. 700, 800, 800, 900. And those are really old, and this one's still getting views. So like, I don't know. It's really, really awesome to see like 1,000 people listening to the podcast. I know, and it's weird because I get 1,000 views on a video really isn't even that good for my channel. But 1,000 views on the podcast is awesome. And I thank you guys because, like I said, it's just all about that self-improvement. And I've really been trying to pump out some good content for you guys, make some things interesting, doing some streaming. I did an open lobby this week. That was really fun. It's just been a good experience. And I'm glad that you guys have been just liking and supporting and everything. And I want to continue to do that. And the top fives, I'm going to try to do at least one a week and maybe even two because, like I said, it's helping my channel and you guys seem to like it, and just the encouragement makes me so happy. So I think it's a win-win-win. I mean, they take a lot of time, but I'm okay with that because I really do enjoy making it. Like after I made that one, I was like, man, the next day I was like, I want to make another one. And I didn't end up doing it because I had other videos to make. But I've been working on this top 5 wonder weapons. This is Thursday as I record this. I've been working on that, and that was going well too. Now I did have to play Shangri-La, which I hate that map. I probably spent, I would say, 25,000 points trying to get that stupid wonder weapon, which, spoiler, that is one of them. That is one of them. You're right. You just found out that's one of them. I won't say what number it is, but I'll just say that's in there. So yeah, I hate that map. Man, I really want to tell you guys what the 5 are. Well, obviously, number 1 is the jet gun, because that's just so good. No. No, I can't say. You'll find out tomorrow if you're watching this Friday. So anyways, yeah, that's I don't know. I'm liking these top 5s. I think they're good for my channel, and it's just I'm just all about that. So oh shoot, guys, I have an important text. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, never mind. Oh, you know what? The other thing is I wanted to mention to you guys, because I did a podcast which was like totally about prom, and it was going to be such an exciting day and all that stuff. And I never really got back to you because the next week was with Eddie, and I didn't really want to talk about it with him because he's like it just would have been weird. Last week I got into drugs so much I didn't manage to mention it. So let's talk about that. Prom. Okay, so my prom was a pretty good day. It wasn't the best. Well, it may have been the best day of my life so far, but it wasn't like standout, this is my peak. Okay, so it was a great day. I had a really lot of fun. Woke up, I made a whole bunch of waffles and bacon. I made a ton of bacon. It was so good. Went out golfing, and had a couple brews, which was really, really weird to start drinking at like 11 in the day. But it was all good. We had a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. So we went golfing, came back to we all went our separate ways, got ready. Everyone came to our house, and then it started raining, but I have a bunch of trees at my house, so everyone kind of hid under those. We took pictures, and everything was good. Then we went over to this other place, and it sucked because it was pouring, and there just wasn't worth taking pictures at all. And then we went to the fire station because me and my girlfriend went to prom in a fire truck. So that was like one of the highlights, I gotta say. I wanted to take a car, like just a cool car, like get my brother's Mercedes or my uncle's Mercedes, and something like that. But I really gotta say the fire truck was epic. It was just like everyone was looking at us like, oh my God, look at them, they're so cool. And I was like, oh my God, look at us, we're so cool. And it was so much fun. I really have to say, like one of the just highlights of the whole thing. So getting to the prom, and I was expecting this. I was like, I don't really care about this too much. At this point it's like 8-9 o'clock, and I just want to get to the party. And so I just kind of sat around, talked to people. Yeah, how are you? You having a good time? Can't wait to turn up tonight, all that stuff. Hey, can't wait to party. But so eventually that all ended. Everybody left like an hour after it started. Like no one stayed some people stayed the whole thing, but anyone who was anyone, no. But like a lot of exchange students and people who weren't going to after parties. But after that moment, like when I left, it was like one of those really scary dreams that I don't know if you guys have, but like I'll have these dreams where it's like, oh, you get to go to this really awesome, cool place. And then we're like going in the car to go to said really awesome place. And it's like, oh, but you forgot your jacket, Patrick. You have to go back inside. So I go back inside and I just go looking and I can't find it. And then I finally get it. And I go back outside and my parents or whoever's going to drive me to this really awesome place is gone. And I'm just like sad. And it's this horrible, sucky dream. And that's kind of how that prom party felt, or going to the prom party, because it was like really, really, really delayed. Like we had to go get food, then we came back to my place, and then Sarah's like, oh, I need something at my house. So I was like, so we had to drive over to her house, that's my girlfriend Sarah, and then we had to drive back to my place, and then she wasn't feeling well, so she wanted to take like a 10-minute nap. So then I gave her a pill, and then had to do that, and then we had to wait for a drive to come pick us up. And this is like an hour and a half later. It's like 10:30, and it's like, oh my god, I don't even know how this is gonna happen. This feels like a dream right now. It felt like a freaking dream. It felt like those awful dreams where what you want to happen so bad just won't happen. And I'd been waiting for this prom party for so long. It was going to be so exciting. And I was very distraught, to say the least. I was quite distraught. And logically, like, it obviously should have happened. I just, like, I don't know what it was, but I was I was so, like, anxious just to get there. So excited, but I was so scared because, like, it was just taking so long, and it just reminded me of those awful dreams. So anyways, we eventually got there. It starts raining, of course, and the night pursues. So as I think I mentioned, I got a bottle of Grey Goose for it, which is a very, very high. It's a very high type of vodka, and I don't know why I had a stumble there. It's obviously vodka. But anyways, yeah. So I started, and it was a pint. So if you know how much drinking is, that's like it's a fair good amount to drink. So I the night pursued, and it was a good time. It was fun. It was raining, and someone is messaging me on Facebook. What the heck? Whoa. Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm trying to get on Reddit right now. I'm trying to get on Ask Reddit for topics. Anyways, there we go. Okay, cool. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm just a little hoe bag right now. But a little hoe bag. What? Anyways, so the night went on, and my mom bought me 20 ponchos for the party. She's like, well, your friends are gonna want some, because I texted her that day and I was like, could you get me like 2 ponchos? Could you pick them up at the store? And she came back with 20. I wanted one for me and my girlfriend. She came back with 20, and I was thinking, like, damn. When I get there, I was like, oh man, I could sell these for $5 and I could make $100. They cost 20 because I got them from the dollar store. I could make $100. Well, $80. I was like, damn. But I made a choice, and I'm happy with my choice. So what I did, I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sell it. This is my prom night, and I want people to be happy, and I don't want to have to charge them to be this dirty, greedy capitalist. So I handed them out for free, everyone. And I wish if I at this point, like, I wasn't too drunk, but I'd been drinking a bit as I started handing them out to people. And I wish I could have gone back and handed them out to different people. Because there's some people, looking back, I was like, man, like there was some just really, really, like, nice girls there, and like they were like so cool. I felt so bad because I was out, and then I like look back and I was like, oh, I gave it to one of those shitty people, and I was like, oh, I would have much rather given it to that person because they're really, really nice. But I managed to I reserved some because I was like, oh, well, because like eventually I was like, oh my God, I only have like 3 left. I have to save these for certain people, and I got to save this for like one from my girlfriend's friend. And then like, I got to save these for either my friends or like really, really nice people. So I did that, but there was like 4 or 5 people. I was like, man, like, it's not like I don't want them to have a poncho, but I just don't think they were as deserving as other people. So it's kind of depressing, but I mean, hey, I was happy. I got like 20 poncho friends. So that was pretty cool that we gave a whole bunch of ponchos out, and it was fun. But the whole night, I have a whole bunch of pictures on my phone, and I'm debating putting it in a video and just uploading it unlisted as my channel and like tweeting it. So if you want to see that, go follow me on Twitter. But I'm debating that because like it was just a very interesting night. Like it was so rainy, but everyone was still partying and going crazy, and it was a great old time. Someone duct taped my pint to my hand, and that definitely didn't help me. But the next day was kind of interesting. So my whole goal that night, like my whole like girlish fantasy, was I wanted to see the sun come up, and I did do that. I did stay up till about 5:25, and I looked out the window. I was like, oh my god, the sun's coming up. And then I just, bam, hit the hay. So I wake up the next day, 11 o'clock. I've had like 6 hours of sleep. I'm still drunk. God, I shouldn't even be saying this. I feel so bad. I don't even want to say this on the internet, but this is so far in. Like, the few people who listen to this don't even care because you're probably a hardcore fan. It's okay. I was still intoxicated, so I definitely learned a good lesson that I obviously drank too much, and it was a little embarrassing. So that's all we're gonna say about that. But I woke up at 11, and I was still pretty intoxicated for the next couple of hours actually, which is I guess not good. But I wasn't like I remember the whole night. It was just that I went to bed so late, and then I woke up at like 11, so I only had 6 hours of sleep, so I couldn't sleep it all off. But that was an interesting feeling, waking up in that state. But anyways, drink responsibly and all that good stuff. It's okay though. Don't worry about me. I live in Canada. Drinking age is 18 in some places, so don't even worry about it. Okay, it's all good. Anyways, moving on. Now that we just talked about not good things on the internet. What was the other thing I was going to talk about? But then I got on the prom. I can't even remember it, guys. I can't even freaking remember it. See, sometimes I get like one topic. Like last week, I just talked about drugs, and then this week I'm kind of like, Like I had a couple topics. What is your most useful, not safe for life hack? Buy condoms on Amazon. I got 60 for $12, and they cost $5 for 3 at a gas station. That's a good tip, guys. That is a good tip. I'm gonna look at this. Let's go through this thing together. If you're thinking about calling your ex, masturbate first. Works every time. That's actually a good tip. If you get hair in your mouth when going down on a girl, just stick your tongue out and lick her inner thigh. It's drier than non-hairy. And non-hairy, so the hair will stay, and she'll just think you're mixing it up a bit. It can kill the mood when you have to stop to fish the hair of your hands. That's a good tip, I guess. Before fingering, check your nails by scraping them against the inside of your cheek. If you can feel the nail scratching, it's not good enough. Ah, cool. That's an interesting tip. I don't know why I'm going through this. When you eat a girl out, it's easier to orgasm if you repeat motions like she likes. It's easier to orgasm if you repeat motions she likes it, if you switch it up constantly. Cool. This is weird. My God. Lay a couple of sheets of toilet paper down in a bowl before taking a dump. It muffles the sound and reduces the risk of water splashing back up your butt. That's a good tip. I don't always do that, but I've done this before. Chief female orgasm, it is necessary that you first eliminate anxiety from the female subject. Get a boner before shaving your junk. It will tighten up those loose skin, make it easier to shave the follicles. Wow. Pee after you have sex, and your risk of getting bacteria in is reduced significantly. This is a nice little segment right here. This is a great little segment. That's a little too graphic. That's way too graphic. We have G-spot, thrust, footboard. Oh God, no, we don't want to. We don't. That's a little too graphic for this podcast. Yeah. See, these just went really, really like. These just got really, really like sexual. Create a file on your computer called porn that automatically shuts it off. That's hilarious. That's not a bad idea. Read everything in this thread as Michael Weston from Burn Notice. Cocaine makes you horny as fuck, but causes impotence. If you get Viagra, it will help. Okay, I think that's a great way to end on that little random segment of the podcast. I don't know where the heck that came from, guys. I'm sorry. You must be really, really hating me right now. Okay, I want to talk about a zombies top 5, okay? Because I really am into this top 5, so I'm going to go over that. So I have a whole bunch of lists of top 5s, and I'm going to pick one and go over it. So on my list here, we have best maps, best training spots, best wonder weapons, best box weapons, best characters, best worst box weapons and normal guns, best Easter eggs, best perks, worst wonder weapon, which is coming out tomorrow, best perma perk, and best perk locations. Ooh, what do we want to talk about? Best maps? Nah, I feel like that's too... I want to get your guys' opinion. How about best characters? I'm going to say my top 5 best characters, what I think are the best. See, this is hard for me because I really hate the new characters. The only one of the new characters I would say is even possibly in this situation is Rustman. The other 3 I just don't really like. I just don't think they're that interesting, or I don't know. I don't like that nerdy guy. He's annoying. The girl, like Joe, she's all big tits and stuff. I don't know. I just don't like them. Rustman's okay. Who else we got? We got, like, I want to just say like the original 4, and that's it. Everyone likes Call of the Dead. I don't even know. I like Trejo, Danny Trejo. I think he's pretty cool. But like I said, I haven't played that a lot, so I don't really know. So I would say my top 5 would go Nikolai. I really like Nikolai. Then probably Dempsey. Then probably Sal DeLuca. He's like the really cool, like he's like the Godfather type one, I think, from Mob of the Dead. Then maybe Richtofen, and then Danny Trejo. Am I thinking of any other characters? There's the original 4. There's Call of the Dead. There's the original characters. There's Mob of the Dead. Well, there's the young original characters, but those are the same people. I like the young characters much more than the old. The old original characters are like, they kind of fit a stereotype. They're very like flat, if that makes sense. They're just kind of flat characters, and the younger ones in Origins, they're so like deep, and although they kind of fit their stereotype, they're more than that. Like, they're a little dynamic. They'll say like, oh, I want to help you, or I want to do this, but it's not just like vodka, which I think is hilarious. But no, I think it's good, but I don't think it's like too over the top, and it's not so out there. They still keep it, but it's a little subtle, and it's I think it's more funny, as well as deep. So I really like them. So I'd probably say Nikolai, Dempsey, Sal. I feel like I'm missing characters. Am I not missing a group of characters? No, I'm fine. Or maybe Nikolai, Dempsey, Sal. I don't like Weasel, Billy, Finn. I definitely say Sal. Next one would be Richtofen, and then maybe Rustman. I think Rustman's cool. I always thought it was Rustman, and I didn't understand what his name was. I still don't understand Rustman's name. But I don't know. That's what that is. So this gameplay you're probably watching right now is either one of two things. It's either Kino der Toten gameplay, or what I'm thinking I'm going to put on is open lobby gameplay. And I got to say, Open lobbies are freaking awesome. I've been doing them a little bit more late. Well, I did one the other day. I gotta say, it is so much fun playing with you guys. Like, I have a blast every time I do it. It's like so ridiculous. We just play ridiculous things, and I freaking love it. I freaking love it, and I want to I'm debating doing it after this, but I mean, I don't know if I will yet. But I really enjoy doing open lobbies, and I want to do some more of those with you guys. That was a weird segue, by the way. I don't know how I even came to this, but I really want to like be more interactive with you guys, and I'm trying my best. It's so hard to do, but open lobbies on like Black Ops 2 are so much fun, and I've been trying to do it a whole bunch, see what you guys think, and I don't know. It's I can't actually live stream on my PlayStation 3, so I'm more likely to just do non-streamed ones on my PlayStation, and then just do open lobby live streams on my Xbox. But either way, they're a blast, man. They're such a blast, and I mean, you guys seem really into it. The other day, we had 18 people in the lobby, like 5 minutes into it. It was nuts. It was full, and it was such a good time. So I'm actually debating going ahead and doing that right now. I don't want to call this podcast short, but I think that's all the subjects we really wanted to touch on. We had that random "what is your most useful, not safe for work life hack?" That was good. That little segment. That might be a segment now on our solos. We just put a little Ask Reddit thing in there and go ahead with that. But yeah, so we talked about Patreon. We talked about a whole bunch of stuff. So, anyways, guys, I guess the biggest one was, would you guys be interested in like donating for Patreon? You get to play with me and or something like that. I don't know. It's your call. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I love you. Thank you for supporting the podcast. Thank you for being cool. Thank you for doing your thing and all that good stuff. And I'll talk to you next week. Let me know who you want to see on the podcast next week. I'm thinking about getting Adam. I'm thinking about maybe bringing Yoon back, and as well bringing in Serial Assassin. There's a couple people I'm debating on, but I haven't really figured it out yet. So anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching the podcast, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.